Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Shane with Shane Media. Sorry, I'm actually a day late on this. I wanted to upload this video yesterday, but I just got way too busy. But I watched this movie for the first time a couple nights ago because I thought it would be a fun little movie to review and give my thoughts on, since it's Thanksgiving and Black Friday weekend and all. So, better late than never, I guess. Let's get into it. So Black Friday is directed by Casey Tebow and stars Bruce Campbell, Devon Sawa, and Ivana Baquero, as well as Michael Jai White. So Black Friday, for the most part, takes place in one location, a fictional toy store called We Love Toys. So we get Bruce Campbell as the manager of this store, and he is sort of your archetype of the typical greedy, selfish, Scrooge-like manager. He doesn't care about any of the employees. All he cares about is money and meeting that bottom line. Then we've got Devon Sawa, and as a 90s kid myself, growing up in the era of filmmaking like Idle Hands and Final Destination, I always enjoy seeing him pop up in movies and TV shows. He's the employee who's about a decade older than everyone else other than Bruce Campbell, and he's clearly disappointed about working at a toy store at his age, but he's trying to act like the coolest guy there and get with the hottest girl there and just be the cool guy. He's basically refusing to accept that he's not young anymore and he has basically accomplished nothing in life. And he tries to disguise that by being suave. And then you've got Michael Jai White. He was never an A-list actor or anything, but those of us who know who he is always enjoy seeing him show up in movies, whether it's The Dark Knight or a B-list martial arts flick. Also, again, as a 90s kid, I grew up watching Van Damme and Steven Seagal on the screen, so he sort of carried that legacy of the B-movie action martial arts movie into my more adulthood, and I enjoy seeing him whenever he pops up. And in this, I believe he's the maintenance man. I've only seen the movie once, someone can correct me, but I do believe he's actually the maintenance man of this place. I am a little disappointed that he didn't get more screen time and didn't put any of his martial arts on display in this movie, because generally when you see Michael Jai White on screen, that's what you're going to see him for. But it's whatever. I know that he wasn't the center, he wasn't the pinnacle of this movie. He wasn't the focus, so he still did fine for what they gave him. And the rest of the cast are just kind of archetypes for their roles, but I think everybody in this movie does a pretty good job at doing exactly what the movie called for them to do. To me, this film almost felt like The Faculty meets Breakfast Club meets Dawn of the Dead with a little kaiju action at the very end. The movie actually has a pretty impressive looking production value as well, despite clearly being a low-budget B-movie. I think it makes good use of the budget. The film fleshes out each character just enough so that you know who each character is, what their role is, what their personality is like, but it also understands what kind of movie it is and doesn't spend too much time on that and just gets right into the plot. The movie's pretty streamlined with a fast pace, but I mean that in the best way possible. It just gets in and gets out. So I do have some minor nitpicks with this movie, but that's really all they are, is nitpicks, and I didn't want to spend too much time on them because this film wasn't reaching for the stars. It wasn't trying to be a masterpiece. If it knew exactly the kind of movie it wanted to be, and I feel like it pretty much delivered on that premise. So I feel like it wouldn't be fair to be too negatively critical on this movie. But since this is a review and I'm expected to give my dislikes as well, I guess if I was to dock it for anything, it would probably be that it's too predictable. This movie really doesn't hit you with any surprises or any curves that you don't see coming, and you can basically see everything coming, and you know how it's going to end, and you pretty much know who's going to survive and who's not 10 minutes into the movie. It played it very safe on the plot, but that's just the type of movie it was, so I can't really be too critical of that, like I said. If this movie was taking itself more seriously, then I would definitely be harsher on it, but it didn't, so I won't. So as for a rating, guys, I guess I'm going to give this movie a solid 7. It was a good enough time, and if you're just looking for a fun, dumb little movie that you can turn your brain off and have some dumb fun with, then I recommend you check this out. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Please like and share this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.